All right, let's get to this Orlando, Florida video. Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna get on Central here. I think I've already put it in. Uh, I might not mess with Super Dispatch tonight or Ship.cars. We might, because it's quite a few up here. I don't think I've put in anything so far as the money amount. But we got open trailer, we got operable vehicles, we're gonna put $1 per mile and see how many pops up because it was 2,000. Anytime you look up here, not to say for some of the haters that might be out here that you should be targeting $1 a mile. You should be trying to get more money, right? But at the same time, you see 597 listens, and I just got it within 100 miles of Orlando, Florida. Um, that's a good sign. Having it at $1 a mile, so we're gonna take it to $2 a mile. Let's see here. $2 a mile. We got 165 things that popped up. So we'll just leave it at the $2 a mile range, and try to run through some of them and go from there. Oh, I forgot the destination I got set is for the southeast, which is going to be Alabama, DC area, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia area. Because I think I put it for all over the U.S. and it popped up like 8,000 something things, and we definitely ain't gonna be able to run through that. So I'm gonna run through these, and I'm gonna try to um, get through them kind of quick. I might skip some and just push through it. I had a guy to hit me up also, one of the comments. Let me see. I just did a video on that negative comment. I shouldn't say it's negative. I don't know what it is. All right, so he said that he has a step deck, a 53-foot step deck, so he can carry RVs, boats, cars, open trailer, delivery vans, and so on and so on. So for his sake, since he's in Florida, I'm going to read off some of these. Like this is a 1987 HYST forklift. Um, let's see, it's paying $450. It's going 165 miles, and it's $2.73 per mile. I'll stand by 1 second. Hey kiddos, I'm making a video. Be quiet. Thank you. We got a 2016 Ford F-250. It's for Certus. It's Burnell. Oh, I didn't even say that a while ago. So that forklift was in Apoca, Florida, going to Moorhaven, Florida. So this 2016 F-250 Super Duty, it is in Burnell, Florida, going to Sanford, Florida. $140 is 61 miles, $2.30 per mile. We got Clearwater, Florida to Clearwater. It's a 2014 Chevrolet Traverse, I'm assuming. Yes, it's $50.79. It's 13 miles, $3.91 per mile. Global X Logistics, they can go to hell on the quickest route they can get there. We're going to skip them. I think you've heard me talk about them in several videos. We got a 2018 Kubota KX80 excavator. I'm assuming that's going to be one of your smaller excavators. It's going to be Davenport, Florida to Jacksonville, Florida. $500. It's 175 miles, and it's $2.86 per mile. 2040-foot container, uh, Davenport to Savannah, Georgia. It's paying $1,300. It's 309 miles, $4.21 per mile. You know, when you're doing containers, you got to be careful because when you're calling and you're asking, you need to see what that container weighs. Not sure if they will tell you what it contains. Most people are not going to because, you know, their mindsets is probably none of your business. But at the same time, you need to make sure you see how much it weighs. You don't want to be going down the road overweight. So 2000 Mantis 100. I'm assuming that's going to be a boat. Davenport, Florida to Lake Butner, Florida. $600. It's 158 miles. $3.80 per mile. You got a Freightliner M2 from a man with a step deck. Daytona Beach, Florida to Miami, Florida. $600. 254 miles. $2.36 per mile. I think they can do better on that. You're moving a whole. Is that a? That might be a box truck there. M2. Let me see. Let's go here. Y'all don't think I'm a fat boy because you see McDonald's up there. I used that for one of my videos a while ago. As I thought, that's going to be a box truck. Um, Most times when they send those out, it's the box trucks without or the trucks without the box on the back of them. In many cases, so of course you'll have to call and get the details on that. Let's skip a few. No, we'll do this one. 2022 Ram 1500 is in Daytona Beach, Florida to Titusville, Florida. It's $110, 51 miles. It's $2.16 a mile. That is a Certus. Let's close this down. You got a 2017 Buick. What is that? Cascadia, I'm assuming. Fort Pierce, Florida to Vero Beach, Florida. $75 is 7 miles, $1.10. Excuse me, $10.71 per mile. 2015 grapple truck from a man with the step. It's in Dillon, Florida to Lake Helen, Florida. $400, 15 miles, $26.67 per mile. Honestly, I would drive that bad boy those 15 miles. I wouldn't even try to load it on the trailer. Just simply drive that bad boy, or shoot, even if you had somebody that can turn it, just tow it. There's no need to put that on a trailer. That's a waste of time. 15 miles, you'll be there just like that. Um, and in most situations with those small mileages, a lot of times you can drive it. You can always ask and just check and see. 2007 Toyota Tundra. It is Holiday, Florida to Largo, Florida. $75, 26 miles, $2.88 a mile. Got a 2022 Jeep Gladiator. Proficient Auto Transport. Most of their stuff is going to be SUVs or trucks. Is Hermosa Springs, Florida to Clearwater, Florida. $165, 80 miles, $2.06 per mile. You will notice that Florida is one of those states where they have a ton of stuff going from Florida to Florida. Maybe not so much stuff flowing out. Um, 2010 Freightliner water pump truck, Lakeland, Florida to Jacksonville, Florida. It's going to be $700, 213 miles, and it's $3.29 a mile. Got I don't even know what type of trailer it is. We're going to skip that. 2007 Audi Q7, Largo, Florida to Holiday, Florida. $75, 25 miles, and it's it's $3 a mile. Got a 2006 Saturn View. It is in Longwood, Florida to Sanford, Florida. $60, 12 miles, and it's paying $5 a mile. 2021 Ford Expedition. United Roads is going to be one of your bigger carriers. If you're just getting started, they may not let you get on. You would look for something like this. Just make mention of it for those that are in the new authority. Car-based autos. It's going to be a smaller company. They're more likely to give you that vehicle than the United Road will jump on you and give you that one because you're new brokerage. Mount Dora, Florida to Claremont, Florida. 2021 Ford Expedition. $71, 22 miles, $3.41 per mile. Got a 2019 Isuzu NP. I think that's going to be a box truck type there. It's Mulberry, Florida to Orlando, Florida. $300, 72 miles, $4.17 per mile. 2019 Nissan Frontier. It's United Road. Newport Richey, Florida to Tampa, Florida. It's going to be $90, 28 miles, $3.21 per mile. You got a 2020 Chevy Bolt. Oakey, Florida to Winter Haven, Florida, $150, 58 miles, $2.59 per mile. 2024 Ford F350, Orlando to Barstow, Florida. It's $134, 67 miles, $2 a mile. All right, we got a 2024 F250, Orlando to Barstow again. It's $134, 67 miles, $2 per mile. Another F250. All right, so we got 4 F250s and 1 F350. All of them are United Roads. They're going from Orlando to Barstow. They're all paying $134, 67 miles, $2 per mile. 2024 Hummer H3 SUV. Orlando to Lake Wales, $115, 54 miles, $2.13 per mile. We got 3 vehicles here. Orlando to Davenport, that's $200, 23 miles, $2.90 per mile, and they are golf carts. Ooh, easy peasy. If you can fit those up there, that's an easy trip. They are lightweight. Definitely need to find something else to go up there. 2016, multiple items of heavy equipment, it looks like. But we're not even going to read that because you'll have to call and get details on that. 2005 Ford 500. We're going to have Orlando, Florida to Kissimmee, Florida. It's $90, 31 miles, and it's $2.90 per mile. 2023 Chevy Express. So Orlando to Orlando, 15 miles. They're paying $48, $3.20 per mile. Now, this would be like what I think the person, I made a video a few minutes ago of a person that put a comment up there. In my view, it's a negative comment. This would be something that they're talking about. I think they said you're crazy if you think 55 miles for $90 is good. You can shut down your business and all this kind of stuff like that, right? But this is more of what they're talking about. Now, I would say this is pretty decent, right? But I'm not going to tell you to put one vehicle on your trailer and take it. If you're going to take this vehicle, right, here's another vehicle right down here that's going from Orlando to Orlando. Grab both of these. If you can grab something else, grab it also, right? There's another Orlando to Orlando. This is a 2024 Cadillac X T64. You got a 2024 GMC Sierra 2500. St. Cloud, that's close to Orlando. It's not that far away. That's a GMC Sierra 3500. You got another Cadillac XT6. You got a 2024 Buick Enclave. All these are Orlando to Orlando. 2024 Chevrolet, GMC Sierra 2500, right? So when I say that that's not a bad price, I'm not talking about just take one vehicle. Grab as many of these as you can. Load your trailer up completely and shoot it. Because if you're doing 48, 48, 48, let's say that's what 140 should be what $144, right? That's not bad for 15 miles. It's bare minimum work. You're loading it up. You're taking it 15 miles down the road and you're taking it right back off the trailer. You can shoot right back and you can get another load, right? $150 is not bad for 15 miles. $140, $44 is not bad for 15 miles. Especially when you're doing local. If you're doing long distance, obviously, of course, you're looking for more money. All right, so we'll skip through some of those. Those are all going to be United Road. Let's go to this one, 2015 Honda Accord, Marvin Motors. Those of you that are just getting started, this is a company that you'll start with, a smaller company. They're not going to require you to send insurance. No, most of them won't, right? They'll just, hey, what's your pickup, what's your drop? They'll send you the vehicle. And most of these are going to be COD. They're going to pay you the same day also. $50 COD. It's going to be a check on delivery, right? Because they're your smaller ones. Ready Logistics, a company like that, company like United Road, Ready Logistics, now they're really good. If you can get on with them after you had a year, because Ready Logistics requires you to be on for a year, but they pay you next day. And they don't charge you for it, which is why I really like Ready Logistics and the way that they have their pay set up. You take somebody like United Road, Assertus, they're going to charge you, like if you want to get paid in 3 days, I think United Road charges like 6%. If I'm not mistaken, I think Assertus charge like 3% for them to pay you out quick. Otherwise, it's a 30-day payout. Ready Logistics, they pay you just like that, and they don't charge, they don't care about all that mess. All right, so 2019, 18 Nissan Central. I ain't never heard of this company. This got to be a smaller one. RPX LLC. It's going to be Orlando to Orlando. Not necessarily a small one just because I ain't heard it. It's several brokerages out. That's $50, $10, 10 miles, and it's $5 per mile. You got Auction Direct. That's one of the bigger ones. Orlando, Florida to Palm Bay. Florida 2017 Ford F-250. That's going to be $225, 71 miles, and it's $3.17 per mile. Got 2021 24, Ford F-350. Remember these big trucks, real estate, and they're heavy. Make sure they're paying accordingly. Orlando to Oakabee, Florida. It's going to be $287, 112 miles, and it's $2.56 per mile. Now, you know, that comment, I'll go back to that, saying that the broker is charging $800, they're paying you $80, and so on and so on, right? You're going to tell me that $2.50 is a bad rate too. You know what I mean? So, certain things, you have to take what people say with a grain of salt to a certain extent, man, because, there's a lot of people out here that say, hey, ask for more money, ask for money, ask for more money. If you can get some more money out of them for this, yeah, ask for it. But I'll go and tell you, United Road at $2.50, that ain't normal for them. They ain't about to throw out too much more money, right? But at the same time, this is a metroplex area because remember, I put a dollar in a while ago and it was 500 and some things up there. You're going to see them type figures when you're in the Metroplex. And this is 165 different things listed, I think it was, at $2 a mile. You roll out the window? Okay, thank you. Um, so I'll get off that tangent though. Leave that mess alone. All right, so 1988 Vector 39 foot. I'm assuming this is going to be okay, I was going to say a camper, but this is a sailboat trailer. We load and unload. Oh, that'd be a sweet load right there. You ain't even got to worry about it. My man, you on the step deck. That's 1988 Vector 39 foot sailboat. Said it has a trailer. They load it and unload it. It is in Palm Coast, Florida to Titusville, Florida. Paying $3,000 is 72 miles and is $41.67 per mile. I am more than sure you're probably going to have some permits for that. But at that rate, man, for 72 miles, that ain't bad. I probably would jump all over there for good. Let's go to page 2 real quick. We're going to skip some of these again. Those are United Roads. Let's see, because honestly, all of these are at a pretty decent rate because it's $2 or more. As I suspect, all of these, as you're seeing here, these United Roads, and for those that can't see it, you're listening to it. United Road has a ton of them up here, local area. I'm seeing 59, 54, 59, GMC Sierras 1500s. You got Chevy Silverados, some more 1500s, some Silverados. GMC Terrain, they're at 45. All of them are $2 plus, and they are in the Tampa, Florida area. Most of them are going from Tampa to Tampa. I see Tampa to Clearwater, Tampa to St. Peter's. Let's go to the next page. Let's grab some water real quick. We're going to have more of some United Roads. So it's a ton of local stuff up here. Again, for the hater comment, right? You got $45, 22 miles, $2.05 a mile. You can match this Equinox up. That's going from Tampa to Plant City, Tampa to Plant City. You can easily throw these 3 Equinoxes up there. Now you're at 45, 45, 45. You're at what's that? $135 for 22 miles. Not bad. Then you can shoot back those 22 miles, grab 3 more. If I was on United Road, man, I would. And all of these are Equinoxes and Terrains. All of these are in Tampa area. Where is, let's see, St. Peter's, for example. All right, so you got Tampa here. You got St. Peter's here. Now, I don't know if there's a toll here. Usually there's a toll when you're going across there to save you from having to go way over there. But it's not a big trip, not a long trip. Looks like a short trip. Got Tampa to Tampa. Excuse me for 1 second. Tell them to be quiet. I'm making a video. If I tell them again, we're going to have a problem. I'm looking for Plant City. Let's just click on it. It might make it a lot easier. All right, so Tampa to Plant City that way. Man, I would go up here. I would book just about every one of these as long as I can load 2 and 3. Right, all these you got Tampa to Plant City. You're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and so on. Right. all of those are Plant Cities, looking like it's maybe what 23, 24 of them. I would go out there and book every last one of them, right? Because that's now when you're booking, make sure you're putting the correct day. I would put half of them on same day. I'll put half on pick up today and drop tomorrow, or either pick up on this day and drop it on that same day, right? Let's say like here today is the March the 5th. So if I was getting this, I would take half of them, put them on March 6th to March 6th, and then I would take the other half and put picking up on March 7th to March 7th, right? And by doing that, man, you could take 12 one day, 12 the next day, but you probably can take more than 12 because that's 4 trips back and forth, 22 miles. I mean, you can do that. I ain't gonna say rather quickly, but you should be able to do that somewhere before lunchtime. If you're on your game, if traffic ain't crazy and all that type of stuff, without any kind of hiccups going on, should be able to do that fairly easy. But where's my calculator? Calculator. My calculator. 45 times, let's say 24, just to look at it, right? I mean, in a very short period of time, if you're doing local, now this is if you're doing local. I mean, if you take 24 cars at $45 per car for 22 miles, I mean, that's 1,080. And at that right there, if you got a car hauler, that's how many? That's 8 trips for $1,000, 22 miles back and forth. You have to see if that's worth it to you. To me, that'll keep me running and keep me occupied for those few days. I mean, another thing, if you think about it, if you're going to be doing local with insurance, definitely don't take and put up there that you're going to be doing 500 miles, right? Round trips and so on and so on, because your insurance is going to reflect 500 miles and it's going to be extremely high. If you put up there, hey, round trips, I'm doing local stuff, I'm only going to be doing 50-mile round trips. You know what I'm saying? Your insurance is going to reflect that. So, you know, you're not going to have to pay as much as the next person that's doing over the road. It depends on what you put up there. So, for that argument, for folks that say, hey, $1,080 in a day or 2 days or something like that, that's peanuts and so on and so on. To you, it may be. To somebody else, it may not be. So, yeah, just depends. Let's go to page 4. I'm assuming there's going to be some more. Yep, United Road. Some more Tampa area. Man, if you're in Tampa area, man, they got a ton of vehicles. I wonder, is there a port in Tampa? Hmm. Let's go to satellite view real quick. Do 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 do. It's either a port over here somewhere, or either it's. I doubt it'll be in there. You got those two bridges right there. It's either a rail yard or a support somewhere around here, Tampa area. I'm sure it is. Let me just put that in here and see if anything pop up. Port Tampa. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. That's probably exactly what it is because they got some ports there. You got what's that? MacDill Air Force Base. Nah, you ain't going up in there. All right, so you got a few ports right there, so that's more than likely what it is. A car, cruise ship ports, big boys. Okay, so you got a port in Tampa. They done bought in these 2024 vehicles. And with them vehicles coming in, they got to get them going. They got to get them out there. So that's why they got so many in that area. But if you're in Tampa area, man, it's a ton of local vehicles that you can move. Most of them look like they're smaller vehicles, except when you see these Sierra 2500s and 3500s. Now, one thing that I don't like seeing is this with United Road. If you're going to pay me $45, 22 miles, $2.05 a mile. If you're going to pay me $45 to move a Chevy Equinox, right? This vehicle is 3,500 pounds, is about 15 feet long, right? Why then would you turn around and try to pay me $45 for a 2024 GMC Sierra 2500? It's 251 inches long, which is somewhere probably around about 21 feet long, right? And it's probably going to be 6, 7, 8,000 pounds, depending on what it is. If it's gas, if it's diesel, right? If then you got the 3500 up here. If it's a dually or if it's single wheel, weight wise, it's going to make a difference. So if I was booking this, I wouldn't book these trucks. What I would go for is I would even mess with the trucks unless they're willing to give me some more money. That's a situation where I definitely would call in and say, hey, give me some more money. But let's say a situation where I wanted to book all of these small vehicles, you're not going to be able to call them and say, hey, can you give me some more money on this Equinox? Then you call back in, can you give me some more money on this one? Can you give me some more money on this Terrain? Ain't going to work that way. I'm going to go ahead and just book them, and I'm going to take them because they're paying at least $2 a mile a piece. So if you load three of them on, you're getting paid $6.15 per mile for that load. I mean, that's not bad, right? If you can get more, great, but you're not going to be able to call in about all these vehicles. Again, so the trucks, I would leave them alone. If they're paying the same, anytime you look up here and a truck is paying the same thing as a smaller vehicle, I wouldn't mess with the truck. I'll go for the smaller vehicle. It's only common sense. It's less wear and tear on your trailer, less wear and tear on your truck. All right, let's finish this out. We got Wholesale Express up here with a 2022 Tesla Model 3, Tampa, Florida to Plant City. They're paying $100. It's 30 miles and it's $3.33 a mile. Yeah, the 2019 Honda CRV is Tampa to Brandon, Florida. It's $50. 7 miles is $7.14 per mile. Got 2022 Cherokee. I'm assuming this is a fifth wheel. Yes. So that's going to be a camper. Winter Garden, Florida to Claremont, Florida. It's $200. This one is actually paying pretty good. 12 miles and it's $16.67 a mile. Because if you look at what some people are posting these fifth wheels for, they used to pay great, but now they're trying to put them up here for $1.50, $2 a mile. When used to back in the day, they were paying a lot more. But somebody's been taking it for that cheap, which is why they're able to put it up here. But this one is paying pretty decent. 2021 Jeep Wrangler is Winter Haven to St. Peter's. 2021 Jeep Wrangler. It is $170. It's 67 miles and it's $2.54 per mile. Then you got, I don't even know what this is. This looks like some kind of doctor term. What is that? Zephyr Release, Florida. Y'all would be shaming yourself. Let's say Zep, Florida to Claremont, Florida. 2010 Mercedes Benz. It's $125, 48 miles, and it's $2.60 per mile. If you notice that most of everything I read out was Florida to Florida. Let me see, just for giggles, real quick, what they actually have going out somewhere else. We're going to put $1 a mile up there, and we're going to take the southeast out. Let's put Georgia. I think I did that wrong. That should have been a GA if I'm not mistaken. But nevertheless, let's put North Carolina. Let's put South Carolina. Where else? No, we'll just put the bordering states. That's gonna be Florida. Because we're missing one. We're gonna miss one right here to the touch of it. Alabama should be. Yes, you crossing over 10. Alabama, man, done been running all up through this area here. The crazy part is I enjoy being over the road though, man. Some people don't like being out there, but it's peace. It's quiet to me. Gives me time to think, time to relax. It's my vacation time. So I actually enjoy being over the road. All right, so 34 listings. Let's see what they got going out of. So you got Burnell, Florida to Snellville, Georgia, $500, 437 miles, $1.14 per mile. That's going to be a Jeep Wrangler. Let's skip that. Let's skip that one. You got 2022 Ram 2500. It's going from Daytona Beach to Pooler, Georgia. It's 300 miles, $2.23 per mile, $1.35 per mile. Excuse me, it's 223 miles and it's $1.35 per mile. It's 2009 Ford F-250 Daytona or Deltona, Florida to Auburn, Alabama is $450, 442 miles. I wouldn't take that because it's an F-250. It's heavy and it's got some real estate. I would definitely be asking for more money. 2008 Ford E150. That's going from Inverness, Florida to Charleston, South Carolina. I wouldn't take this one either because you have it's going to be like a transit van. $450, 390 miles, and it's $1.15 per mile. It's taking up a lot of real estate. You got to give me a little bit more on that one. Definitely. Not a little bit, but a lot more. 2005 Lincoln Town Car is going to be Kissimmee, Florida to Macon, Georgia, $450, 378 miles, $1.19 per mile. You know, the crazy part is seeing these dollar per miles. 2018 Chevy Tahoe, Wholesale Express, Oakey, Florida to Hinesville, Georgia. It's $350, 271 miles, and it's $1.29 per mile. I would still ask for more than that. But to see these dollar per miles coming out of Florida, man, that is not natural. That is not normal. Um, so yeah, something has changed at some point in time where, the game has changed a little bit where they're requiring people, these brokers, to give more out of Florida. Because it used to be, man, where these brokers will laugh at you. You call them and tell them that, hey, how many minutes we at? 21 minutes. And then we had, yeah, okay. So you tell them that you want some more money coming down there, man, they'll laugh at you because it's like you're going to take what you can get or you ain't going to get nothing coming out of Florida. We already know it. Like this, for instance, posted 2 hours ago. Turn time transport, Oakey, Florida to Theodore, Alabama. It's a 2011 Chevy Express. It's going to be your cargo van style. Uh, for them to be paying $1.88 for that to be coming out of Florida, it's $950, $5.05 a mile, and it's $1.88 a mile. For them to be paying for that coming out of Florida, man, that is pretty decent. Because normally what you see coming out of Florida, man, is 60 cents, somewhere in that area right there. Of course, that was a while back. You'll have to pay attention to the Florida area every day to start seeing the changes. But just looking from when I used to look at Florida to now, that's a big difference. Definitely a big difference. But they got a couple things going out. What's this? A Freightliner? What is this? Ew. St. Peters, Florida to Lafayette, Georgia. This is three mixed vehicles. Let's see what they are. So you got a 2020 Ford F-250 long bed. You got a 2020 dump trailer that's 18 feet. Then you got a 2020 enclosed trailer that is 21 feet long and 103 inches tall. They are paying $3,200 for those three, that one vehicle, and for the trailers to go to Lafayette, Georgia, and it's 572 miles, and it's $1.86 per mile. Man, that ain't bad. But you would definitely need like a flatbed for that, for at least one of those, because that 21 and that 18 definitely ain't fitting on the. I mean, you could fit that on the same trailer, but you ain't putting all three of those on the same trailer. Uh, let's see here. That's not bad though, and it's not a long trip. It's about a day. So let's see, 2022 Lexus NX, Tampa to Brunswick. That may be going to the port. Brunswick has a port, so you have to check and make sure. $400, 262 miles, and it's $1.53 per mile. That is not bad coming out of Florida, bro. It really ain't. 2005 Infiniti FX. Yes, Tampa to Montgomery, Alabama. $500. That's $1.01 per mile. Let's see if anything else stands out. You got a 2020 Ford E-Series. I'm assuming that's going to be one of your, yep, it's a cutaway van. So it doesn't have the box on the back of it yet, and it has the shape of the van in the front with just the chassis. So it's Titusville, excuse me, to Osceola, Georgia. It's $425, 285 miles, and it's $1.49 per mile. Look like they have two of those posted. That's what Wholesale Express. And the last one that really stands out to it don't really, but coming out of Florida, it does. 2010 Toyota Tacoma. That's Wildwood, Florida to Wetumpka, Alabama. Where did they get these names from, bro? $570 is 418 miles, and it's $1.36 per mile. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. This is going to be Orlando. The first part of it I did to in the southeast region. Then I changed it up because most of it was Florida to Florida. I put it down to $1 and then changed it to Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, just to touching states to see what was coming out of Florida. Because again, in the beginning, it was mostly Florida to Florida. So hopefully that gives y'all an idea of what's coming out of the Orlando area. We are about to do Miami next, coming right up directly after this video. I'm gonna take a short break and then we're gonna do Miami, but I'm gonna post this other video first. All right, that's it for this one. Catch you on the next one in a couple minutes.